Going on, guys? It's BXBeastBoy, YouTube's first supervillain, aka your friendly neighborhood gangster. We about to talk about Robbie. My bad. I just thought that was his name. I thought he was the cry man, cry baby, cry. No, yeah, it is. Pro Hawk, no Hawk is what you call him. 2 drinks, 1,000 beers in the wall. Yeah, that's that man. Beer in a can. All day, every day. Crushes on his forehead. That's how he starts his breakfast. Yeah. He come out here with a keg. That's breakfast. Likes to get drunk, if you didn't understand what I was trying to say. Anyway, he does a video about grannies watching, and apparently my name comes up 1,000 times in it. Whatever. Let me put up a picture of him, because you know how he likes to copyright. He likes to strike you. He's doxed me multiple times. He's going to lie about him doxing me. More than likely, this guy's delusion. He's admitted to doxing me multiple times, said I need to get over it. And now he's probably going to renege and say that he's never done it. Let's put up a picture of, say, Robbie. This is him, jumping on Molly Golightly's car when she tried to stop being friends with him. No, you're not leaving. Let's play this. Let's hear what he got to say with his bozo self. Weirdo.
Good morning, or good afternoon, or good evening. It is evening where I am. I don't usually go live at nighttime, but I was sent something today.
He is the
and I was listening to it. You might have seen my community post. And I'm going to get into that in a minute.
How you doing?
I was going to wait till morning, but I was like, yeah, no, I'm going to do it right now while it's fresh in my brain.
Why are you not with your husband? Like, why am I in your brain? Why are you not with your husband right now, bro? I'm going to speed it up a little bit, guys. He talks fast sometimes, so let's see if it's too fast. But yeah, why are you not with your husband right now? Why are you worried about me? What's going on?
So please ignore the green screen. Because I'm still trying to figure out the lighting in here with the green screen at nighttime. So you might see a frame around my head. You also might see some flickering, trigger warning. You also might see that like I'm glowing. Okay. So just deal with it. Okay.
You just trigger warning.
Now listen, many of you know Granny's watching this. And if you don't know,
different.
I'll just share my experience with this person and then go over some of the things that I have to correct her on from today that I heard.
Yeah,
Oh, this is pre-recorded.
He always wants to correct somebody, yo. He always wants to correct, and it's never correct. He never corrects because he just makes it up. I think he really is like bugged out. I'm not a doctor. I can't diagnose, but this nigga's crazy. I've seen him blatantly lie, and I had audio of everything. I still do. Multiple people did too as well. I've heard him saying that he didn't dox me. I think he came to one of my streams recently. Like today, oh my bad, not like today, yesterday. Was like, oh, I never doxed you. Like, nigga, what? Everyone has seen it. I had to go to other channels to get them to take it down. Right? So people wouldn't have my docs. Hey, can you please do an edited version where he's not saying my name and address in it? Thank you. Appreciate that. Once he started getting to the zip code, nigga, I kicked him off my stream. But yeah, can you just I don't know what's wrong with him. He's delusional.
Recorded, by the way. I forgot to say that part because I'm at nighttime. I usually go live in the morning. I'm impatient and I want to sleep in tomorrow. So gather around.
Throw this whack ass song off, man.
Thank God Christmas is coming up because my husband was like, what do you want for Christmas? And I have everything that I could.
You better enjoy that because he's going to leave you. You better enjoy that while you got it. Because unless he's just as toxic as you, that ain't going to last too long, pimping. And remember, guys, every time I've ever said that, I was right. Every single time. It's like the curse, man. Every time I've ever said that, I was right. This man is too disgusting for someone to want to be around that full time. His mask is going to slip towards his husband one of these days, and he's going to be out.
You would think that
unless he's just as toxic.
I'm a materialistic person. A lot of people do, but I'm really not. I'm a very simple person. I just like things that work. if I'm going to utilize.
You are simple. You are simple, Robbie. I do think you're simple. That's without a doubt. I think put a 1 in the chat if you think Save Robbie is simple. I'm not going to even ask you to put a 2 if you don't agree, because I'm pretty sure there's not going to be a soul that disagrees with that.
Them, but I'm not like somebody who likes name brand clothing, or, you know, as long as I have a reliable, good car, I'm happy with that. Roof over my head doesn't have to be incredibly fancy, but, you know, we are blessed with this beautiful brand new home, and it's amazing. So I thought I'll fix the turn on the camera and just went, you know, and it's stickering around. I'm like Patrick Swayze and go, we should probably add that. So I could craft and, you know, just interact with people, but it's probably better with this topic because I could just get out with what I have to say without being distracted and then just end it. I also don't like being off camera either, or else I just have my avatar on. Because, you know, I just don't want to waste these good looks while I still have them, which I probably always.
I don't know if that was shade. Okay. Check out my main channel
as well. But, you know, I like to show myself. I like to interact. I like you to see expressions on my face. Speaking of that.
Yo, this is hilarious. Oh my God. That's such a diss. Oh no. They don't show their face. Guys, I promise you, just look at my main channel. That's all you get. If you want to see my face so bad, I show my face on my main channel.
Before I get into Granny's Watching, what I will say about her, just a little history. I never cared for her when she first started streaming. She kind of, she did kind of take over and steal the idea, you know, what Truth Teller was doing in the beginning. And she saw that was probably successful, but it was successful because, you know, Truth Teller, even though her and Natasha, I don't know if she gets along with Natasha, but, you know, she has a personality. Does Granny have a personality? Sure. If it's like somebody you're running into on the street, or like, you know, running into in the grocery store for a quick chit chat, sure. But the way that I view when I
don't think she has a personality, any way, shape, or form.
Watch people on YouTube, I choose channels to watch like I do TV shows, and I'm very picky with TV shows. You know, Superstore is my favorite. Shining Vale, I have to start watching. I really don't watch anything else. I have to be intrigued. So YouTube really is my TV. But if I watch somebody, I either have to be interested in what they're talking about, or just really like their character, and, you know, they're entertaining. And there's a lot of people, like, there's different, you know, everyone's on here for a different reason. I think there's a lot of people that just come on here to voice their opinion. There's a lot of people that come on here.
Because my bad, I'm a TV person, Superstore. I've always heard of it, never watched it. I don't think it lasted that long. But I'm not going to discredit something just because it's not mainstream or super big. Okay, they had 6 seasons. Damn. I was out the loop. I might have to check this out. All right, there's another show that a lot of people don't give credit that I like that was on the same station called Community. So, and that's like one of my favorite TV series of all time. So I ain't going to dump on him for having that opinion on the Superstar, but I've never watched it. I can't vouch if it's good or not.
To want to entertain people. There's a lot of people that come on to commentate and whatever, right? There's some people that don't take it too seriously. And the way that I look at like people, if they're going to be like a character or like a YouTube celebrity to me or something, they have to really stand out. And I'm not saying that to be mean to any of my friends that have channels, but I think it's clear like the people that stand out. Granny's Watching to me never was one of them. I feel like she tries to get there, but the way I look at
what's crazy is I actually agree with him on that. It's supposed to be like Walmart, but if all workers had a personality and didn't give a ish about getting fired. Okay. That sounds like something. That sounds like they trying to take certain elements from like 40-year-old virgin and things like that and trying to, you know, make something out of that, which you probably could do a whole show off of it. I don't see why not. You got things like The Office and what's his name? Parks and Recreations, which is something I loved. I love that show. That was a classic. But even Community, a show at a community college. Well, I don't know. Maybe I'll check it out because I do like stuff like that. I just never had time to watch it. So I mean, that's a generalization of it. The comedy is there depending on the subject matter of the episodes. Okay. I may have to look into it. I'll look into it. But what he's saying as far as Granny's Watching not having the it factor, I do agree with, which is why she leans on emotionally manipulating people, right? She can't be successful without doing that. That's just a fact. That is just a blatant fact. She's not going to be, right? It's clear as day what her technique is.
It is like, let's say if Granny's Watching tried to try out for like a TV show as like a
she wouldn't get on
like a co-host on a TMZ or like a radio show or something. She just really doesn't have that it factor, in my opinion. She just talks.
She ain't. There's no way in hell, right? If she auditioned for anything where she had to perform, she's going to be able to do it. She does not have an actual personality. I'm telling you this, man. This is why she leans so heavily on the whole she's a victim thing, bro. Like, that's why she leans on that. Because she got nothing else, bro. That's what's clear as day to me when it comes to Granny's watching. She literally has nothing else.
So let me give you an example. Like somebody like Natasha Cooper, she could have her own TV show. I would say like a talk show setting, kind of like Jenny Jones.
I think he's overhyping it. And he said a Jenny Jones talk show and a Jerry Springer show, maybe a Jerry Springer like show, real Jerry Springer ish. Or what's that other guy that did it before Jerry that nobody even talks about no more? I think he's still on YouTube trying too. That's crazy. But it was a guy that used to do a Jerry Springer like show. It was so obviously fake, but it was funny. Can't remember his name. He used to come on right around the same time as Howard Stern when I was a little kid, like 2 a.m. But yeah, something like that. Yeah, Natasha Cooper could do. I think he overhyped her though.
Jones.
She got more personality than Granny though. I give her that.
Ricky Lake, because she's really good at interjecting and
You're out of pocket. Why are you comparing Natasha Cooper to Ricky Lake or Jenny Jones? You crazy? Me and my mama just watched Ricky Lake again like last week because my mama is really into like she discovered YouTube, right? Like my mom knows she could find like shows on YouTube now, so she stayed finding like clips of like judge shows and old talk shows. And when I went to go visit her, she was like, "Let me see this," and she put Ricky Lake on, and I was dying laughing. I'm like, "Oh, Ricky Lake is still good. Wow, Ricky Lake still." Some of the subject matter you could tell the timing was like, it's a different current type of era, right? I think they had one episode was like, I'm dating a black person. I'm like, okay, Ricky. All right, Ricky. Just, all right, calm down, Ricky. But that was like 90s though, like early 90s, where that was probably more of a big deal in some areas, right? But overall, it's like, it's still entertaining. I get this. Don't ever compare Natasha Cooper to that. She ain't no way near doing anything like Ricky. Ricky is a legend. So is Jenny Jones.
Mediating, but putting her foot down in a mama bear way. Molly Golightly could have pretty much any show she wanted because she's like entertaining all around.
Molly's entertaining. I would say out of the crime community, she's the only one that I think could have literally not have been in the crime community and had some form of success. Her doing all the things she did and going too far was not necessary. And I told her that directly when I interviewed her, that you don't have to do this. You are entertaining. Like I've watched her on reality TV and was cracking up like, yo, what's wrong with her? Right? Well, of course, it's in a way where you're pointing and laughing, but I think she could have made good reality TV, or at least something where she didn't do the things that she did involving true crime. I think that she definitely could have just been a live stream personality, bro. She would have grew just slower than what she did, but she still would have grew. You know what I mean? And I think she had a following before the true crime stuff. So Molly she destroyed her own career for no reason. It was like not necessary at all.
Natasha is too, but I could see her strictly doing like a talk show. Miss Fucking Wonderful would be great. Like there's people that stand out as like, there's a face to go with their name and there's like a personality. And then you have people that, they do, this, and that's fine, whatever. Not everybody's on here to be like successful or the best. And you're probably wondering, well, then why are you even bringing this up? Well, Granny's Watching is one of those people who she often talks about numbers. She often talks about she wants to grow. That's why she's talking about this. That's why she's talking about the things she does. That's why she's panel hopping. That's why she only goes to creators that have more of an audience and like a community. For example, recently she, as far as I knew, never even knew who Misery was, Morbid, anything like that. Kind of intercepted and kind of caught the big interception of what was going on with that May Noodles chick and Morbid. Now I don't know May Noodles, so I'm not even going to commentate on that. I really don't care about that situation because it's not my business and I really don't know. I know Misery, Morbid, and
that's the first time I heard him ever say something like that. I would like to hope that he grew. Like I would like to think that he grew as a person, because there was a time frame where he stayed just interject himself in personal stuff. We knew about people's personal business because of Say Robbie, actually. Right? He made his business to expose his own friends. I forgot who that was, where we found out that he cheated on his wife and it had nothing to do with Robbie. He just personally felt like he needed to come out and say it. It was so disgusting.
And I go way back and I like him.
And the wife didn't even the wife was like, really upset about it because she was like, yo, fam, we already went through this. We talked it out. We solved it. Why are you bringing this up, Robbie? This is weird.
So, I go over there and I see Granny over there. And then I'm wondering to myself, I'm like, ever since she inserted herself into that morbid May Noodles situation,
here you go.
She just chose. Now, listen, I love morbid, but again, I'm not invested in that situation. So I really don't care who's right or wrong. The way I see it is like a relationship breaking up, and people are going to choose sides. Well, Granny chose the one that gets the more views. And that's, if you followed her for a while, you'll see she does that to people. She's done that to me. Many of my friends who are creators, just going where she can get a lot of attention. And again, the reason I bring up, what would she do if she actually wanted an interview for like a true crime show or something, or, I can't see her doing that. For her, I would say like teen mom, but she kind of already passed that phase and went through that. And
that's crazy. Like I said, teen mom. Most of the girls on there do be acting like victims too. Yeah, that's a possibility. She probably could be on that show.
It was never video recorded.
Yeah, she could be on Teen Mom.
I don't know. But anyways, what I'm saying is, in my personal experience with her,
Jay Springer show. No, not even that. I don't even think she entertained enough to get on the show. Like, she real dull. She has like no personality for real.
From what I've seen, and can relate to with many other people, is
super dull.
It's all about numbers. So if she's somebody who's always about numbers and being successful, what would you have to do? You'd have to clean your act up, get it together, and kind of please everybody, right? If you want everybody to like you.
Now,
as far as myself,
okay.
I love to entertain. I love to make people laugh, whether it's me saying my opinions, whatever it is. And
this is a fact. Then Molly stole BX slogan for a t-shirt. Facts. I had to tell her about herself. That's real talk. But then she admitted it. It was just her fans that kept it on some, no, it's not you smoking. It's not you. But then Molly came out and said, oh, yes, I 100% got that from BXBeastBoy. I am a fan of his. I love when he says that to people. Those people are crazy. Y'all right. But you know what? I could always count on the fan gang to remember, right? We don't forget. Speaking of never forgetting, guys, go and get your 6'2" merch. I have not promoted this in a while. Get your 6'2" merch, man. It was 6'2". It was 6'2". That's for the glare. That's for the glare right there, man. Go and get your 6'2" merch, man. Never forget. We never gonna forget what the glare did to his son. We never gonna forget. He was 6'2". It was okay. He was 6'2". He was 6'2", guys. It's okay. All right, now let's get back to Cry Robbie. Let's get back to Cry Robbie, man. Like, let's get back to that. Real talk. It's crazy out here. Wait, what are you doing? No, Garfield. Now's not the time. Oh, no. He's mad.
You're not giving me a chance.
I can't really control what he said.
Hey, Robbie's always been a bitch. I ain't lying, no, his policy is fuck. Honesty, you ain't gotta know. Trying to catch a wave, buddy. Barely even got a flow. And now this clown about to go down. Say Geronimo. Sobriety. Crying about sobriety. That's just distraction. Tell him why you lying to me. Tell him why you false strike. Tell him why you doxing. Let me call Garfield so he can get it poppin'. Tell him about that fake shit. Tell him why you drinking. Talking about my address. What the fuck was you thinking? Now I'm going Cobra Kai. I barely even know the guy. I bet I make him cry before he reaches code 45. He old as hell. He just turned 45. He seen me debate the glare and he got mortified. He seen what I did to Molly and he was traumatized. Easy, I didn't greasy, cause I ain't have to lie.
Play it, or we'll get canceled again. Do it.
I know his policy is fuck. Honesty, you ain't gotta know.
He's mad.
You're not giving me a chance.
I'm so sorry about that, guys. Garfield, if you don't get your ass back in your cage, man, this was not the time for this. We talked about this behind the scenes. That's why. Let's at least hear what he had to say. Damn. Yeah, I'm sorry. Garfield is just, Man, you can't control this guy, man. You just need to be wilding out.
And whether I would make it somewhere beyond YouTube or not,
Sorry,
I have fun and I enjoy speaking my opinion and being myself, regardless if there's a
He
number
was
next to my
jumping
name,
all over the
regardless if there's a high
screen.
number of people
Crazy.
that agree with me, even my friends, my own husband. People are allowed to disagree. That's okay. I don't care to please you with my opinion. Therefore, my opinion is not going to change on something simply because you get thousands more views, millions more views, you're more popular. I am not going to kiss your ass. Okay. Now let me get into a little bit of history with Granny. Didn't know who she was. She viewed my channel a lot. Me and Mexi, she was under a different ant-covered watermelon name, whatever. Then she changed her name to Granny's Watching. Now, this is all from my view and from what I know and from what I've seen. You could correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure when she started the Granny's Watching channel, and Natasha knows I'm going to be doing this video, so maybe she'll be in the chat or she could correct me. But she named her channel Granny's Watching because her channel.
Why is she allowed on YouTube? She talking about you gonna be on the chat. You mean her ghost, her soccer account, nigga? Ain't she banned? Man, what are you talking about?
Channel started as a hate channel against Natasha
Ain't she
Cooper,
banned?
who's always been incredibly popular on here and can get thousands of views clipping her toenails on a live stream or just sitting there staring at the fucking camera.
I don't know about
She was
that.
staring at her phone like this for 2 hours and 400 people will be just there supporting and watching.
So
So Granny, this is again my opinion, chose to target her because she knew that would get views. She admitted she was jealous of Natasha and the money she made and the views from her words. And so she named her channel Granny's Watching. Now she says she named it that because, you know, if your grandmother's watching you, what would you do? What would you say? These people wouldn't be acting
the same thing. My grandma watched me.
the way they do. I can fucking guarantee you, if my grandma saw me, I'd say, Grandma, if you don't like what I'm saying, turn your fucking head. Now, my grandma's passed away, so she sees every fucking thing I do, but she always knows that
Yeah, he definitely cursed out his mom on stream plenty of times, right? He's known for that.
I always fucking spoke my mind. And I always will. But she named her channel Granny's Watching after Natasha's grandmother. And Natasha can elaborate more on that because I don't know if it was her deceased grandmother, but it was a knock at Natasha, her name. And I didn't care for Granny. Like, she'd go live and stuff, and I was friends with Natasha when she started, and I'd listen, but it just wasn't anything interesting. It was just like nagging and nagging and nagging, and, you know, and I think she realized the more she did that, the more people tuned in. And in my opinion, she's become addicted to that feeling because she often talks about numbers and all sorts of stuff. Now, if any of you are creators on here, especially in these smaller communities,
She
or
does
even
always
bigger
bring up
ones,
numbers.
there's people that have millions, hundreds of thousands of subscribers on their channel. And sometimes they'll have like 2-3 people in their chat when they go live. They go up, they go down. So to Granny and anybody else, if you're relying on those numbers for your, and I say this all the time, to make you happy in the morning, to motivate you, in my personal opinion, I truly believe it becomes an addiction, almost like when you hit the jackpot on a slot machine or on a video game and you want to keep hitting
The crazy part is he's not wrong. It's just that he doesn't even listen to his own self, bro. Because he used, how many times has he shamed me for numbers? Right? How many times he come in the chat and try to shame me because I didn't get as many views as he did, or some kind of bull crap like that, right? He does it all the time. But he's being such a hypocrite in this moment to make himself seem like he's so much better and he's so enlightened that he doesn't care about views, which is a lie. He does. He blatantly does. You can make a highlight reel of him saying the opposite of what he's saying now. So he's right with what he's saying now. He just doesn't follow that.
the bonus and stuff. I truly believe that people like Granny
Does not.
really are addicted to that feeling. So they'll keep doing what gets them that feeling. And a lot of that is drama. We all know that.
Hey,
Or it's clout chasing
Welcome
a big
to memberships.
popular crime case that a victim suffered in. And a lot of people, if you have morals, I used to cover the Chris Watts case and other ones, and it just became that you get a sick feeling after a while if you're truly not investing and researching. So what I mean by all of that is, in my personal opinion, you know, Granny's tried it all. And she will often throw numbers in people's faces and be like, oh, you're only getting this much. Yeah, but do you take those numbers to bed with you? And I have a point here in a minute that I'm getting to. When you log off, do those numbers follow you throughout the day and make you feel successful and wonderful and reassure you about yourself? What happens when they start going away? Are you going to get depressed? Don't ever rely on those. Speak your mind. And if people don't fucking like it, you don't have to please them.
It's hilarious that he's saying this is mad funny. He does not follow his own advice in any way, shape, or form because he's constantly going after people because they had an opinion. His dumbass friends go after people because they had an opinion. This is what he does. That's what he do. The loser.
Now, I say that because Granny often is throwing numbers in people's faces. She's often clout chasing from what I witness and experience and see. She's often doing all of those things, and it doesn't matter who she stomps on to do so. So going back to when Natasha and I had our first fallout, Granny was right there being nice to me. So I'd start going into her chats and, it wasn't anything exciting. It was just her smoking on her front porch with her camera off, chain smoking for hours, just ranting about Natasha, getting views stacked up and Natasha haters stacked up. And so she was really nice to me. I'd go in there and chit chat, whatever. She knew about how I've been open about, substance struggles in the past, was very supportive of that. No, that's great. And
I said he is projecting what he did. Don't know what he is doing lately, but this was all Robbie, 100%, right? I'm glad I'm not the only one that noticed this, right? Maybe I should start covering him again lately and roasting him. Because it's almost as if he's like wiped away his whole past. That's probably why he tried to come in the stream yesterday and was like, I never doxed you. You're lying. What? That sounds so crazy. That's like someone saying, yo, BX, you roasted me. And me going, I never roasted you. That's a lie. Even if I don't remember, I probably roasted the person, bro. You probably shouldn't have taken it so serious, but that's me. I roast. As me, I could come up with 100 jokes on Say Robbie right now. It's really not that hard. But that's my personality.
As soon as I did what I know is the right thing to do.
Guys, hit the like button, share, subscribe, man. I'm going at the Krama community, bro. And I'm dropping links, and none of them want the smoke. Not a single one. None of them wanted the smoke, man. Here's the link.
Popcorn, kettle corn. I have kettle corn in my tooth, and it went to my tongue. Somebody please help me.
He said you were definitely not the... Hold on, my bad. I'm not going to put your comment on the screen just because it's the picture, but I do think it's funny, though. But yeah, YouTube be acting weird. But as far as me, you said you're definitely not the only one that notices these behaviors. I never said I was. Obviously, I got a whole support group of, the Fang Gang that notices nasty, you know what I mean, and call it out when they see it. So definitely, I'm not ever saying that. But if you're insinuating other people need some kind of credit or I need to promote that sounds a little crazy too as well. But yeah, I know I'm not the only one. Cool. But a lot of these people, from what I'm seeing as of recent, that started developing fan bases and talking about Krama, started talking about it way after me. I had a whole show called Krama Watch years ago when I was calling out all of these people and I was taking a bunch of hits. Yeah, I'm not the only one, talking about them, but I'm one of the few that's taking the consequences of getting doxxed, harassed, family harassed, people trying to get me kicked out of my building, all types of unnecessary stuff. Right. So yeah, I'm not the only one. I don't mean to talk as if I am, but hopefully no one misunderstands that. But I can say what I want to, especially when I'm dealing with all the bullshit. You know what I mean? But it is what it is. But I know there's other people that's covering it and they're brave and, they're showing courage. Never going to take away credit from those people.
Anyways, when I fell out with Natasha, all of a sudden I was public enemy number one to Granny.
Sorry for
and
that.
she often says, she doesn't tell people where to go. She doesn't, treat people differently. But that's all I did. And listen, I don't give a shit who you are. If I'm doing something that I feel is right in my heart to do, I don't give a shit if you don't like it. I don't care who you are. And I don't care how popular you may think you are. I don't give a shit. So she started spouting off. We've spouted off back and forth at each other. But what was interesting is she had went to a channel as soon as I made, did the right thing as an adult and just squashed my issues with Natasha.
You ain't never do the right thing. You ain't Spike Lee. You ain't never do the right thing. What? In fact, if you look up the wrong thing in the dictionary, a big ass picture of, say, Robbie with his fading ass mohawk that's almost non-existent, because he definitely just gotta let it go. Just let it go. Show this nigga on the screen just real quick. Show him on the screen. Real quick. I'm putting his high school picture up. Show him. You see this? No, hold on. Y'all don't understand me. Y'all not hearing me. Y'all not hearing. When my man say he trying to fade away, he trying to fade away. Nigga, that is the thinnest line I done seen. Fam, let it go. Whoa, that's a thin ass hawk. What? That's a no hawk. My man got the no hawk. That's a no way hawk. That's a no way he's trying to sport this hawk. That's a non-existent, my man. Yo, get that peach fuzz off your head and shave it like a grown man. Like, let it go. Robbie, you 52. You want people to think that you in your 30s. Nigga, you 52. Okay? If you ain't 52, then damn it, that's a sign why you shouldn't be on all that stuff. If you haven't known, guys, allegedly the word in the street is that Save Robbie was on that stuff. He was on that stuff. He was on that. And the rumors is, that's the word on the street, allegedly, is that he was on that Chris Rock when he played Pookie on Nino Brown, New Jack City. It be calling me. It be calling me, Galera. It be call. In fact, every time he was trying to like leave the Galera pulled a little drain out his pocket. What about this? What about this? He starts sniffing around the room. He like a dog, and he just jumps on it. On that booger sugar. And blue magic. And blue magic is what they call it in the streets. Huh? Blue man nose candy. That slap that, put it in your in the vein. Allegedly. I don't know this to be true. This is just what words in the street is saying. Is that say Robbie always been a bitch. That's all I'm saying. That's it. Let's hear what he has to say about Granny's watch. And I know. I'm like, damn, BX, why you roasting him so bad? He deserves it. He definitely deserves it, fam. This is what he earned. He earned nothing else in his life.
Granny went over to a little channel called BXBeastBoy. Now, this channel, along with many others.
Ooh. A low channel. I'm a low channel. My channel is bigger than his, by the way, guys. Especially my main channel is bigger than his.
Would make jokes about, making digs at sobriety and just all sorts of shit. And it was targeting me along with many other people. So of course, Granny went over there and was all up his ass because he was getting, some attention from covering the.
He's targeting him. He was targeting him. I wasn't just giving fair criticism. Let's see if he's going to be honest about what he did.
Tasha Cooper and me and Molly Golightly. So that benefited her because it would get back at somebody, which I could give two shits. It just makes you look like a dick. And, it also gave her more attention towards her channel. So, I've spouted off
She
at all those
definitely used me for
motherfuckers
that.
have been assholes to me. If you have knocked me for living situations, looks, sobriety, it's like you get what you give. Okay. Does that make it right to fire back at people the same way they do to you? No. Okay.
The same way? So wait, he equates me roasting him to him not trying to doxing me. And okay. That's
so
weird.
fast forward. I've said a lot of shit to them and I don't give a shit. Anyways, today I've minded my own business. Somebody messages me and says, hey, Granny's watching is over on her channel saying that you doxed BXBeastBoy and all this stuff. Now,
That's
Granny's watching somebody who never.
That's a fact. The fact he's trying to erase history is crazy. You 100% doxed me multiple times, bro. Multiple times. And then you try to threaten me to take my clothes off, bro. This is facts.
Her watches me, she says, never talks about me anything. And I'm pretty sure she did this because I put her in her place the other day and she was in Morbid's chat and she was in there and I'm like, yeah, you're just talking shit about Amy the other day and Amy's up on the panel. I wasn't talking about her. If you go to Jur's Live that she did the other day, that's on members only now, you will see you talking shit about Amy. And I think Granny felt dumb because she's over there kissing Morbid's ass. She's just all up his ass,
kissing
which eventually
ass.
Morbid's a smart guy. He's going to figure it out. I don't need to intervene with him.
Morbid is not a smart guy. But okay. I guess if you comparing she herself, right? Guess if you comparing yourself, everything that Robbie reads, he has to get the kids edition. I'm not joking. This is facts. He has to get the kids translation for everything. This is facts. That's just how he do. That's how he get down.
But that. So I go over and I'm watching, and she's watching when Tiffany was up on BXBeastBoys. and BXBeastBoy is playing a
combination.
It had to have been almost 3 years ago now.
I don't know, maybe 2.
Long time ago. Before I met my husband, it was a long time ago.
Yeah, it was.
And this is the time when he was, just making video after video after video. And it used to really bother me.
I made one fam. He always does. I made one. Now, technically, maybe you could say 2 because it was not 1 because it was a live stream. He was one of the topics that people just brought up to me in the moment. I reacted to it. I clipped it. I put it out, and he striked my channel. And then he used that information to dox me. After sending me an email trying to get me to talk to him, I refused to talk to him, and then he doxed me on my live stream.
When people would talk about my sobriety journey and stuff, and this guy made it a point to do that, and he thought it was funny. So I take a link on his panel, and I go up there. This guy, you cannot have a conversation with him, especially if you're about to prove him wrong or show facts.
False.
He just talks over you. So I ended up...
He's lying. Guys, I can play the whole conversation for you. He came in on some weird stuff. He kept trying to accuse me of lying about something I did not lie about. And he just kept cursing. And it was clear he was drunk, bro. It was clear. It was so clear that he was drunk. Like, I don't know who he lying to. Right? And it was weird. And mind you, it was a panel full of people, but I chose to tell everyone, hey, mute your mics. Let me and him just have the one-on-one. Just let me and him just talk. All right, let's let me and him just talk. But I have mad evidence, bro. I got audio of not only him doxing me, which I'm not going to play because I don't want to dox myself, but I have audio of him discussing it. Like, there's audio of him discussing it. Like, are you serious? He must be drunk. This dude has to be drunk. He's crazy. Straight up.
Ended up cussing him out. I think I said something along the lines of, you need to just go eat your fucking Cheetos. And I, insulted his weight or whatever 3 years ago. Do I still think the same thing? Yeah, I still think the same thing about him. He's not a good guy. So anyways, Granny's playing this and she pauses and she says, I am so glad that I don't yell at people anymore. I have grown on YouTube and I'm more mature, something along the lines of that. Listen to him screaming. Are you guys listening to this? And then she continues playing it. And I'm thinking, Granny failed to say that recording was like 3 years ago.
False.
And I heard Jur's live too, because Jur was talking about it earlier today. She's like, Robbie went up on BXBeastBoy's panel? No, idiots. That was 3 years ago. I have learned with people like BXBeastBoy, you haven't heard me talk about him or even respond to the videos he makes about me to this day because
that's a lie.
Stupid. And the things he says are pointless. So I found that funny because Granny, that was about 3 years ago. And then I'll get to what she continued to say. But I've heard you rant and scream at people on panels well beyond after that recording of me that you showed from 3 years ago. Maybe it was 2.5, almost 3. I don't fucking even remember. So anyway, she continues to say, BXBeastBoy, Robbie was going after him and saying racial things.
Yeah, you did.
Because of his ethnicity or whatever. First of all,
You did. I don't think you're racist, but I do think that you're the type of person that you do the internet trolling thing where it's like, I'm going to say whatever to make you mad, right? It's like, whatever I need to say to make you upset, to get you there, I'm going to say, even if it's something that might be perceived as racist, even though I don't think you are racist at all. Like, to me, I'm not new to internet, but I do think there was a lot of, I would say more so prejudice things that can be perceived as prejudice that you were saying towards me that were really disgusting, in my personal opinion, right? But I'm never somebody that's going to pull the race card. I honestly don't care what Save Robbie said to me. The only thing that I ever really cared about is really the fact that you doxed me. That was the only thing, right? That was the only thing I really cared about. That was the only thing that was like super unforgivable. I don't care about mean comments. I don't care about none of that stuff. But you say that, come on, bro. Like, it was disgusting. It was unnecessary. And now still to this day, you lying about it. It's pretty nasty. Yes, you was up there. 100%, Harley. You was on panel. You were on panel when he doxed me. Yep. Think that Mr. J is the best. Well, thank you. I appreciate the kind words. Yeah, he lost his mind. And all I was really doing, if I replayed certain segments without replaying my docs, I was just laughing at him like, what are you talking about? So no one cares about what you're saying. Well, yeah, and then you lied. And that you lied. I'm like, lied about what? You said I never emailed you. I never said that. What are you talking about? What are you talking about? But yeah, I have multiple clips of him not only doxing me, but him admitting to the dox and talking about it and telling me I need to get over it and all this other stuff, bro. So yeah, you're filthy.
That's false.
You did.
Let me ask you guys: have you ever heard
people know
telling somebody to go eat their Cheetos to be a racial slur? Well, hold on a minute. Hey Siri.
All right, now when it comes to Granny's watching, so yeah, that I don't know what the fuck that was. She said that him saying go eat your Cheetos was a racial or prejudice thing. I disagreed with it in my reaction towards it as well. I didn't really see that. But when he did other things prior, like the ghetto shit, and like he was like saying a lot of things about like, oh, with your ghetto music and all this. I'm like, what the fuck? When did this was crazy. Say Robbie, if he never doxed me, we never got into it, he would have realized me and him have so much in common, like music wise, in old 90s and 2000s pop ever. Shit, we have a lot of the same type of common likes in music, right? Like I was a huge fan of a group called Dream, right? They were fire. They were signed a Bad Boy, right? In reality TV stuff like that, and pop, just pop culture in general, Britney Spears, Christina Aguilera. But he would never know that because instead of actually trying to hear me out or actually watch my content, he just saw me as evil just because I said he was drunk. And by the way, guys, he later on admitted to being drunk. So what the fuck? I was wrong for being right. He was drunk. I said he was drunk. He admitted to being drunk. Yet I needed to be doxxed for what? Right? Like, why did I need to be doxxed? That sounds insane to me. Right. But yeah, he was saying shit like, I listen to ghetto music. The fuck is ghetto music? I don't know. Right. But that's some of the things that I think that can be perceived as prejudice or like he was trying to get a rise. That's how I perceive it as. Like, not that he's racist, but that he was trying to get a rise out of me because he knows I'm from the Bronx. Right. So whatever you could say to make me seem like a ghetto, just hood rat piece of crap. Right. Cool. Okay. It's not ghetto when you and your friends come down here to like protest, right? Justice for Junior. That shit happens every day, every week where I'm from. We ain't ghetto then, right? We ain't ghetto when you're using it to get clicks and views and doing hashtags, right? But people from the Bronx is ghetto after the fact. And a lot of people don't realize there's like an uppity, let me not say uppity, but a more richer part of the Bronx, right? That nobody really ever fucking talks about. There's parts of the Bronx where they're pretty well off. There's like the upscale parts of the Bronx, right? But he just perceived us all as just, I guess, ghetto project hood rats. So that's more so what people are talking about when they say that. As far as Granny's watching saying Cheeto thing, I think that was a reach. That was a reach. I don't know what that was, actually.
Is eating Cheetos a racial slur?
No, it's not.
Let's see.
He
was racist to automatically. Here we go. Says, is it racist to automatically
body shaming?
Referring to Cheetos with it says,
yep, body shaming, ghetto slams, income shaming. Yo, he said some shit like he was saying the amount of income I had to make to live in the area when he doxed me. It was like a long fucking rant to where I was like so surprised that I didn't even catch that I was like, what the fuck? Living in a blah 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 with blah 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 zip code blah blah. I'm like, my nigga, low income. Okay, whoa, that's a little intense. But that's how you know he's a crappy person because he would never just take accountability. At first it was I didn't do it, then it turned to I did it, but that was so long ago. Then it changed to I never did it. So it's like
every African American loves hot Cheetos. Okay, first of all, I didn't even say hot Cheetos, but it says, or I don't think it's Mexican food. It says, if it's been your observation that Flamin' Hot Cheetos are mainly enjoyed by those ethnicities, then it's simply a result of your observation. I find it odd.
Yeah, see, that's what I said. I said that I never heard Cheetos, but I have heard the whole black people love hot Cheetos thing more so on like Twitter and Instagram, right? I've heard that here and there. I don't think it's necessary. I don't think he was being racist when he said that.
So this is, I think, on Reddit or something.
You know what I mean? I don't.
And I pulled it up just to see. because I didn't even look before. And
so it's on Reddit?
I've never in my life heard that to be a racial slur.
Wait, so that's hilarious. So Reddit does say the hot Cheetos thing. That's funny. Wow. So Reddit does say that black people hot Cheetos is a thing. See, I noticed it just from like Twitter and like Instagram. I'm always seeing like memes and like skits from comedians with hot Cheetos. Like, black girls love hot Cheetos. You could give them a whole big giant bag that's like the size of a room, and then they're not going nowhere for the weekend, right? Like stupid, dumb things like that. Y'all know how I get down. I don't agree with any generalization, especially not when it has something to do with race, right? So yeah, I disagree with what's her name? Granny's watching when she said that was out of pocket. But the hot Cheetos thing is kind of like known in the internet sphere for being like a black comparison. What should I say? Stereotype.
Because he eats a lot. That's why I said it. And he was talking over me, and I was
a lot,
pissed.
actually.
So then she continues to say,
he still don't know I lost over 100 pounds. That's crazy. Even his friends have called into my stream to compliment me for my weight loss. I think I lost more. I'll get on a scale right now. I think I lost more weight. I lost 135 pounds now. I 25 more. I want 25 more.
He doxed his address, and she's referring to me, he automatically assumed that BXBeastBoy lived in low-income housings because of his ethnicity. I'm thinking to myself, Granny, you sure are reaching. Now, I will also link Angela's Clips and Giggles so you can see receipts on Granny's history.
So I guess this is somebody that is his friend, right? I don't care. I don't give a damn.
If you're interested in learning about it, because I think what she's doing is she's trying, somebody else said this too, she's trying to play like a Dr. Phil. All of a sudden, she's changing her tune. She's not faking cancer anymore, even though she lied to everybody and said she had it. And she was on her deathbed and she wanted to raise money to take her children on a last vacation, raised the money and never took her kids on vacation. So she's trying, in my opinion, to save
a bunch of those
face.
Crazy memes.
So anyways, let me school you on something, Granny, because she was playing when I was yelling at BXB.
Hold on, let me see. He said mid-rant, I doxed you. What? Yep. What you gonna do about it? Then went on to body shaming. Yep. 100% money shaming me. Yep. And I'm broke. I admit that. But I lost weight though, motherfucker. And I won't be broke forever. But yes, he definitely did dox me, fam. And then did multiple streams, admitting to it. I'm telling you, fam, I got clips for days where he detailed how he did it, how he got the information. If I was to even just play, which I should do, because y'all probably tired of me playing the clips that I have for it, I could play John Crime's video of it. Because John Crime's ripped him to shreds, bro. Ripped him to shreds. Destroyed him 2 streams back with the receipts. Because I remember, because he contacted me and said, yo, BX, do you have any proof of what you saying? I said, I got all the receipts. I sent him a bunch of stuff, said, you need some more? John Crimes was like, nope, I seen more than enough. He 100% used the copyright system to get your information and then doxed you. Definitely seen it. And then he went off on him. So once again, shout out to John Crimes. One of the very few, by the way. One of the very few that actually hit me up, said, let me get the information. He did this to you? Let me see the receipts. Boom. So the receipts, I got your back. Mad other people was like, well, so what? Stop complaining about it. Then how many years ago was this? That's crazy. Right? It's real nasty. But shout out to John Crimes. He a real one.
Beast Boy on his panel years ago. And I said his first name. And so when he showed it to everybody, he bleeped that part out. Granny continues to say, see, he doxed BXBeastBoy's address, and just because it's bleeped out does not mean
you did. All right. So this is crazy. So even if, right, Imagination Station, you didn't dox my address, you doxed my name. So you admit to that. Yo, this is crazy. One more time, bro. Just like, and mind you, he did say my address as well. And I bleeped the whole thing out. He did a whole sentence where he ended with the zip code, nigga, and I cut him off. It was like, what the hell? This guy's crazy. Right? Like, and I cut all of that out. And I've had to go to like other streams like not other shit, but other like creators and clip channels and ask them, hey, could you please take that down? Or could you like edit that portion out so my docs is not out there? And thankfully, a lot of people were understanding and they took it down. I was like, yo, I got you. Either they took it down or they clipped it out and like they did a new version where they bleeped it. Right. So this is like a known thing. And also, I'm not the only one that say Robbie has doxed. He does this to a lot of people. Right. I was maybe the biggest channel that he's done it to, which is why it got a little bit more attention. Not saying that people were defending me, but people were more aware because I was a bigger channel. He's done this to a lot of small channels. That's his thing. That is like literally his thing. And then he admitted to giving it to Molly Golightly. Like, you talking about, I got clips of that too. You gave my docs to people. You've put it out publicly via my stream. Even if you said you didn't do address, okay. Putting my name out there when my name was not public information is a dox. You said my first and last, and then you went into my address. And then went on a rant, low income, fat, piece of crap, all this other stuff. I bleeped it out. And then I've released multiple clips of you admitting to it and telling people, I don't know why Molly's acting like this. We do this all the time. I send her people's information all the time so we could search into them. How'd you get that information? False striking me, abusing the copyright system. I think I'm going to play John Crom's video, at least a few segments from it.
He didn't do it. Well, show me where I did that. And I actually challenged Granny.
Ron is back.
Granny continues to say, see, he doxed BXBeastBoy's address, and just because it's bleeped out does not mean he didn't do it. Well, show me where I did that.
Ron is back.
And I actually challenged Granny to debate me on a panel. On any subject,
I'll debate you. I'll debate you. You know what? No. Just because it's Granny, I'm not going to step in for that. I could easily smoke him on that, but she could go and debate on her own. I ain't defending Granny for nothing.
So anyways.
But if I had to give any advice, there's a plethora of proof. Everyone, never mind.
Let me school you on something, Granny, because she was playing when he showed it to everybody. He bleeped that part out, boy, on his panel years ago.
Now peep this part. I had to show the screen. I want you guys to bear witness. He's going to admit to putting my name out there, guys. Is that not? And also, he did put the address, right? But let's not even focus. Let's focus on what he himself is admitting to right now in this clip. You could clip this right now, guys. Like all the clip channels, you have my permission. You can clip this segment from me. You can go to his channel and clip this one segment from him and edit it. He's blatantly admitting to putting my name out there when my name was not public information. Thus forth, he doxed me. That's without even admitting to the address portion. You putting someone's name out is already a dox. Okay? Let's put that out there. Let's just say that off the gate. Now, on top of that, he followed with my address. But bare minimum, we got him red-handed admitting to posting my name or saying my name multiple times on multiple streams too.
School you on something, Granny.
And he got that from false copyright striking me. And he lost. He's never beat me in a single strike. Not one. I won them all. But he used that to get my information.
Because she was playing when I was yelling at BXBeastBoy on his panel years ago. And I said his first name. And so when he showed it to everybody, he bleeped that part out. Granny continues to say, and so when he showed it to everyone, I was yelling at BXBeastBoy on his panel years ago. And I said his first name. And so when he showed it.
You said my whole name too, by the way. But yeah, so dude is admitting to dox me right in front of everybody's face. But he's like, I didn't dox him that badly. I doxed him though. Just not that much. Okay. All right. And he's the reason why everyone in the Chroma community has my docs, because he also admitted to sharing it with everyone.
To everybody, he bleeped that part out.
And sending them my address too as well. Because you did give Molly Golightly my address. And then you sent her, nigga, I have the audio where you cursing her out, bro. I got the audio where you cursing her out because she told me.
And he continues to say, see, he doxed BXBeastBoy's address, and just because it's bleeped out does not mean he didn't do it. Well, show me where I did that. And I actually challenged Granny to debate me on a panel.
Yeah, he said my whole
on any subject, really, that you tend to run your mouth about me, and I will school you with facts. And I will ask for you to come with receipts.
I got every receipt she would need, but I'm not sharing it. Because for one, I'm not trying to share my docs. In order for me to release that, like to be able to debunk, I would have to share my docs. But I have the receipts of him admitting to it. I have the receipts of him sending, and if she looks deep enough, she can find it on her own. I have the receipts of him going crazy and admitting that he gave the information to Molly Golightly and a bunch of other people in the group chat, which is him admitting to sharing my first, last name, and address with Molly Golightly so they can search me, right? And try to do whatever. And BX is a beautiful man. Even without losing weight, BX is a beautiful man. Just more to love. BX just wants to be healthy. 100%. And thank you. I appreciate the kind words. And yeah, I didn't lose weight so I could look better. I lost weight because I wanted to be healthy. That's all it was. I had like a little scare maybe a year ago. And it wasn't like something that was like super health related, but I knew that if I was in a better condition and my body was healthier, it wouldn't have been as bad as it was last year. So that made me just really get on it and lose a bunch of weight. So it's not really about looks. I'm pretty confident in my looks, right? I'm confident that if me and Robbie went into a bar, right, and just off of appearance, I would get more phone numbers than him without saying a word. Without even saying a word, especially if I went to one of his bars, the type of bars that he like to hang out in. I don't know what it is, nigga. I do not. I have to. No, thank you. No, thank you, sir. No, I appreciate the compliment, sir. No, thank you. No. I don't want to drink. No, I don't even drink alcohol. No, thank you. No, you drink the shot. You drink it. You drink the shot. Yeah, appreciate that. No, thank you, sir. No. Yo, man, that shit was funny as hell. Funny as hell, really. No, thank you. Oh, okay. What, a bear? Okay, don't know what that means. Thank you. No, they appreciate the comp. Oh, you like my eyebrows? Thank you. Eyelashes? Get them from my mama. Thank you. Yeah. No, I didn't invite them. Yeah, they just like that sometimes. All right. Thank you. Yo, I'll make sure that I say, not interested, while at the same time saying thank you for the compliment. I appreciate that, brother. Thank you. Appreciate the kind words. Take all the compliments I can get. Thank you, brother. Appreciate that. I'm telling you, I told you guys, like my experience. I used to do outreach work with homeless teenagers within an alphabet community neighborhood. Right. And the reason why or how I got that is because I was a homeless teenager and a group of people ended up helping me. And then somehow after they hired me, the funding switched over to being 100% alphabet community funding. So they would have us go strictly. I used to be begging them like, yo, can we go to like some of the other hoods that I know where it's like some like straight kids that need help? They didn't want to hear that shit. But whatever. I worked there for a while and did a lot of outreach. And we would go to certain neighborhoods, right? That shit was hilarious, bro. That shit was hilarious. Cool times though. It was very memorable. I don't want anyone to think that I had bad times or where I was like saying this in a bad way. No, it's really informative, right? To be honest, they put me on some TV shows when I worked there that I still think are some of the most well-written TV shows that nobody really knows about. But great times, learned a lot of things, met a lot of good people, right? And it changed my perspective for the better.
On the things you talk about me. Otherwise, I don't give a shit what you talk about because I'm not interested. But when you say you don't bring me up, you don't talk about me, that's bullshit.
BXBeastBoy is a beautiful man. Well, thank you.
So
appreciate the kind words. You said just ask Five Guys burgers. That's funny. That's mad funny. BXBeastBoy, you get the female's numbers. He has a different target. That is 100%. I'm not aiming for his target. I don't think we aiming for the same target at all. It's just the difference is without us opening our mouths, numbers would fly at me from both sides. And one side I would not be interested in. That's for sure, because it's not my thing. But we don't kink shame. Okay.
When BX was doing all of this crap, making all these videos years ago, I had copyright struck his channel for using my content. And he's like, he false copyright struck me.
Facts. You lost that, right? You want to tell him that you lost that strike? I did a fair use reaction. I think I barely showed his video at all. right? And I was on camera. That's what's crazy. Yo was screaming, "Get on camera!" The first time I reacted to say Robbie, I'm pretty sure I was on camera. But yeah, he striked me and he lost because it was fair use.
You know how the YouTube strike system works, the copyright?
There we go.
When you file copyright on somebody, they make sure that it matches your content and then they take it down. That's what they did.
That's not true. Yo, that is not true at all, bro. Which is why I won the fucking dispute. What is wrong with you? That's not true at all. I won the dispute because it was fair use, bro.
BXBeastBoy counterclaimed it because, hold on, let me pause. YouTube can deny it before the other person even gets it and says, yeah, we're not recognizing.
They can, but that doesn't mean it's always 100% accurate. They can deny it. They can also approve it. And then once they get a human, because that's what he's not realizing, a human isn't the one auto-approving this shit, right? This is a robot doing this. Once I counterclaim, a human reviews it and goes, oh, this is fair use. You can't claim this. And then they revoke the damn takedown.
Your material. So this is not a copyright problem. If it matches your material, it is. So they took his videos down and he counterclaimed it. When he counterclaimed it, he did it with a real address, but it wasn't his actual address.
This is crazy. He he has no explanation of why he's even saying some bozo shit like that. Or why are you even talking about my address? Oh, if our beef is over copyright, what the fuck does my address have to do with anything, guys? Notice he's the one that's bringing up my address. What did my address have to do with anything? He's making that a topic for discussion. From a copyright that you lost, nigga, you couldn't just take your loss? Why are you using, and the fact that I need to report, I personally might just report this video. He's admitting to misusing the copyright system. He's using the copyright system to check my address? That's not what that is for. And I can report this. This is against guidelines. And he's admitting to this shit. That's crazy.
Address. So then Granny's Watching continues to play a recording that BX showed. And he counterclaimed.
Are you going to state the fact that YouTube sided with me and I was never fucking abusing copyright, and also that you're blatantly taking my personal information from this? That's crazy. And that you shared, are you going to admit that you shared it with your friends too?
Claimed it. When he counterclaimed it, he did it with a real address, but it wasn't his actual address. So then Granny's Watching continues to play a recording that BX showed of me saying, look, when people are harassing me, I look up their information in case I need to go legal. And of course, she made it sound like I was just looking people up. So the address in the state that he...
In case I have to go... So you took my information from a copyright. That's not what the copyright's for. So you took my information and then, man, this nigga's nasty. Passed it around to your friends.
Claimed with did not match his actual address. And so I was yelling at him. I was like, dude, I'll fucking destroy it. Like, you could get taken down. If you give a false address to YouTube, that's breaking terms of service. You could get taken down. Do I care about that now? Now, fuck no, I don't. Back then, I was like, yeah, I care. And I'm going to report you.
This is crazy, bro. The stuff that he's trying to admit, he's like not fucking saying it in full certain parts, but the parts that he's saying are so bad by itself. It's like he needed an advisor. Like, who would come on here and admit to all of this stupid shit? Like, who comes? He is admitting to using the copyright system to get my personal information, look me up for whatever reason, make certain claims, and then use those claims in his threats. Also, he's not admitting though that he sent all my information to his friends, which is how the Gulliver and all these people have my information now.
If I would have reported when I sent a letter to his house with a cease and desist back then, because that's when everybody's into like doing cease and...
Like, he lying. He lying. I wish I did. I wish I got one of those, bro. I wish I got one of those, because no lie, that I would have turned that into the craziest entertainment. Cease and desist don't mean nothing, guys. Just so you know, that literally is just a scare tactic. That is all that is. It don't mean nothing.
Desist.
You could type one up. It don't mean nothing. I've read some of the ones that he sent to other people. I laughed at it. Like it was so fake. Misspellings everywhere.
It was returned. And if I would have showed that to YouTube, your channel would have got taken down. Now the address that he provided.
That's not true. Yo, he's just making shit up. No, that's not true at all. If you would have showed it to YouTube, your channel might have gotten taken down. Because they'd have been like, how'd you get this information? You used the copyright? You false striked him in order to get this person's information? You doxed him?
Pay attention, Granny, was to a completely different state. He did not live there. Nobody that he knows lives there. And it was a low income building for like single mothers.
I'm so sorry. Wait, before I even read this comment, Robbie, I live by myself, Robbie. How, Robbie? How, Robbie? That just no big no, Robbie. That's crazy. Oh man, let me read this and then I'm gonna just that's crazy. He's just putting his foot in his mouth, bro. If he doesn't care, why is he reporting? Yeah, and what is he even reporting? Like, I don't know what he's even saying is against YouTube. It's not. What is against YouTube's terms of service is, though, is for misusing that copyright system. I know that. I'm gonna report this on my own. But listen, I'm reporting this video because he's admitting the shit, and I want to see if I can actually take any steps further, because this is just disgusting. He's fully admitting to abusing the copyright system.
So you would fit in there, good Granny, if you ever move out of your parents' house. Like this, it was returned. And if I would have showed that to YouTube, your channel would have got taken down. Now, the address that he provided, pay attention, Granny, was to a completely different state. He did not live there. Nobody that he knows lives there. And it was a low income building for like single mothers. So,
yo, fam, this nigga is drunk. Man, where's his husband? Does his husband agree with this dumbass logic? This is so stupid. Man, he's describing him harassing me. Right? He is blatantly describing, line for line, him harassing me. Now, he's purposely taking certain parts out, but he is, without a doubt, harassing me.
You would fit in there, good Granny, if you ever move out of your parents' house.
This is way too far, bro. It don't make no sense.
Is anything ringing a bell yet? So I did not say, you live in low income. I've never said anything to him. I never would.
You did 100% say you live in low income. This nigga is crazy. He's insane. Wow. You're lying through your teeth. You started off with your low income house. You said that to me multiple times, bro. The clips are still up, guys. You can check it out. I don't want to keep going back and playing that clip. I'd rather play like a new clip with somebody else roasting him for it.
That's the fake address that he provided.
Go and check it.
See, but Granny, you don't look into things. You like to jump on things to try to make people that you dislike look bad or racist or whatever it is.
It's delusional.
So let me make it clear. I don't like BXBeastBoy because he tries to fit in here in these communities by inserting himself and talking really terrible things to people, whether it be their sobriety.
Nigga, are you insane? I hear people say this. I wasn't trying to fit in with who? With who? I got my own community, sir. I've never tried to be in the trauma community. Are you crazy? Most of my views come from music. The trauma community? No, it's fucking mine. I can literally stop talking about everything and just do music reactions and be okay. And my channel would do well. Right? I'll make whatever. But yeah, he sounds really delusional. I'm not trying to be a part of any of you fools' community. Like, you want people to be cool with you. I don't. Like, that disgusts me. Why would I want to be around you?
Journey, what you did to me when your animal dies or whatever it is. That's the kind of stuff that he did to me.
When your animal you see how he's injecting? I don't think I ever made fun of his animal passing away. That sounds delusional. Is he trying to say I made fun of him during a time after his animal passed away? Do you see me bringing up the fact that he doxed me around the time when I was losing relatives? No. Nigga, I just think that him doxing me was nasty.
Me along with Shipwreck Beck, Space Monster, and all of that. And you jumped in on that and you started trashing my sobriety past. So I did it back to you. Was it right of me to do? No. But don't start none.
No, see, you didn't. This guy's crazy. I didn't. This is a fool. Anyway. Well, BX might identify as a single mother. SR, did you ask for his? No, he did not. He did. He sure did not ask me. He didn't ask me. I would have told him it was Batman. Mr. Wayne, if you're nasty.
Won't be none. Okay?
Don't start.
So until you can show me or anybody else proof of any of that, then I would ask you to shut up and talk about something else.
So in order for anyone to be able to talk about, they have to show and dox me. So this is his challenge. His challenge is for other people to dox me in order for him to not feel so lonely about doing it. You need to prove that I doxed him by showing, nigga, the clip is public. There's multiple clips. He's crazy. He is like straight delusional. He
Because
just
you
wants you
never
to get
provide
doxed again.
proof of anything. You've done horrible things to many people, but mainly targeting Natasha Cooper to get your channel up and off the ground. And then you climb to other creators. Now you're going to Morbid.
Dude, you climbed off of Molly Golightly. Up until recently, your channel's hashtag said Molly Golightly. It said Krama, indicating that you love being tied into Krama. And then it said true crime. But let's be clear. Your hashtags for your overall channel said Molly Golightly. Now, if I was to look at it now, you probably changed it to like your name or something like that. Because I think after I did a video calling it out, you changed it. Yep, it says gossip, drama, commentary, comedy. Yeah, you switched it. Right? It used to say Molly Golightly, which was you riding her coattails. And then after speaking to her, I found out that you was an obsessed fan that built your fan base off of imitating and copying and trying to latch on to Molly Golightly.
Used Laura Life Perplexed, Queen Bee. You've used me, many people, just to get up there. But what's going to happen when you get to the top? What is your goal? Because you said something.
The top
and I'm going to go back to what you said about, you said, I'm so glad I don't do this. I don't yell at people on panels. I've changed. That's great. I've seen that you've made those changes. But I think you made those changes so that people like you. Does it really matter what people think? No. What matters is, our lives. Of course, your family matters, all of that sort of stuff. But when you're talking about progress, let me tell you about my progress. And this is not to rub it in anyone's face because I have lots of progress to make. But I was a person that was struggling and I was getting my life together financially and everything. And I planned on being.
Nigga, you was on that stuff. Like, let's stop sugarcoating it. Right? That word on the streets is using their stuff. Okay? Huh? Blue magic. Some of that wipe, sniff, nigga. Some of that put it in your veins. Some of that white ones. Y'all know that song. White lawn. Some of that Nino Brown. You was on that Nino Brown. You was on that Snowfall, nigga. That's what you need to talk about.
Single.
And then drinking was a substitute.
I was against relationships. And I, was pretty emotional many times. You've seen that on the internet. Met a wonderful person that I look up to who proposed. We've had a slight bump in the road at one point, ended up getting married, buying a brand new home, moving out into the country, both of us starting over, getting new jobs. He's got...
Better keep everything you had intact, because guess what? That ain't gonna last long, buddy. That ain't gonna last long unless he's like desperate and lonely and he just like settling. Because anybody with any right state of mind, they're not gonna mess with you for the long run, Robbie. You're disgusting.
An amazing story that, he tells on his TikTok about his past and how he's grown. Those are the things that matter.
Oh, he got a TikTok. Oh, now it's making sense, buddy. He got a TikTok. Oh, yeah? You got a TikTok? That makes a lot of sense. You got a platform? Let me guess. You gonna start doing streams too eventually? Yeah, it makes sense.
To me, it's not how many people are watching. It's not how many people can I drag today. If 60, 20 people show up, who gives a shit? I'm still going to speak my mind. Now let's talk about progress where you're at. You may have progressed in numbers. You may have progressed in your ego or whatever. But as far as I know, you're still in the same spot.
He did admit to being on that stuff. You're right. He did admit to that. I do remember that now. He did admit to being on that stuff.
At your parents' house, I believe.
He was on
I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure you're still there. You're the same as where you started back when you started your channel. And I'm not saying that to be mean. I'm saying that because you often throw that in people's faces. And you said one other thing. You said, so it's okay for Robbie, and I think you said Amy, to bash people's sobriety, but it's not okay for anyone else. No, it's not okay for anyone to do that. Granny, every time you spoke about me snapping on people, remember you say that you don't watch me. So do you watch me or do you not? Because if you don't, then you don't know what the hell you're talking about. Because if you...
The fuck that got to do with... This guy's crazy. You bash people's sobriety. Yeah, it's just... What are you talking about? Yeah, you do that. What? This guy is crazy, man.
Did watch and you paid attention, you would know that I have never just gone after something to do that. What I'm learning...
Okay. So what he's saying is he did that, but it was never his fault. That's what he's... So you did do that. So you do go after people's sobriety then?
Still, is that I don't need
So
to go as low as other
bozo.
people. That's why you don't hear me talking about BXBeastBoy until now. And it's been a
That's a lie. Yo, he's lying, bro. He is straight lying. He's definitely within the last year or so, maybe even 2 years, he's talked about me more than I'm talking about him.
long time since I've talked about him. It hasn't been a long time since he's talked about me, because when I was trying to find this live stream that Tiffany was on, it looked like he took it down. But I see all the time, once in a while, I'll just type in Save Robbie on YouTube and videos.
So you search yourself. Oh man, how to tell people that you're obsessed with yourself. You sit there and search your name, Robbie. That's how I know you're lying. Robbie, I did a live stream where your name came up as in conversation for maybe about, I would say, 1, maybe 2 minutes of the live stream. Your name was never in the actual live stream. Your name wasn't in the title. Your name wasn't in the hashtags. Your name was not in none of that shit. Right. So you saying that you searched your name and found my video, you're lying. You're subscribed to my channel and you watch all my videos and live streams, bro. What? He searched his name and found a video that literally had nothing to do with him, but he was mentioned for 2 seconds. The fuck out of it. Yo, get out of here with that, bro. He called the cops on you and told them he was, oh man, hey, whenever you have time, if you ever want to, talk about it, I'll platform you. We could talk about that shit. Right? If you ever do. Right? Let's get the stories out there of all the nastiness he does, man, because he's trying to erase history.
From a month ago, 2 months ago, with my name on his channel still pop up, and I don't give a shit. Because when I respond to him,
his channel still pop up. You're a lie. You search me. It's okay. You search me. It's fine. You're a fan.
That's what gives him more content instead of just being creative,
Okay.
And you often talk about creativity with other people.
When's the last time I mentioned you on my main channel, Robbie? In fact, even better. Show me a video about you on my main channel. Just show me. Show me one video about you on my main channel. I don't think you can.
Besides talking about victims that are popular in the news and popular people on YouTube that you don't like, Granny, what have you done on here? Besides filming yourself going to the dollar store, which, some people might like that. See, I can proudly say that I come on here to do whatever I'm inspired and interested to do, whether it be responding to people talking about my opinions, making music, making actual edited videos, and all sorts of stuff.
Your music sucks. Your editing's trash. I would not highlight whatever that is. And just so you guys know, before he tries to say my music sucks, he is a fan of my music. I have screenshots of him commenting on my music channel before he, I guess, didn't like me, where he was asking to collab and saying how amazing my voice is and this other stuff, right? So, yeah, his music sucks, though. On the other hand, he's trash. He is trash. I don't even want to play none of his songs. Like, I'm okay. I don't want to do that to y'all. Right? He's garbage. And I hate, telling people, I love telling people they suck. But I don't want to, be too harsh, because I do music, right? And, music's subjective. But he sucks. He's bad at it. He's not good in any way, shape, or form. He's trash.
Stuff that takes
Robbie's
talent,
doo-doo.
time, and creativity.
Robbie is
so I challenge you to a debate if you'd like to continue this conversation. If you would not like to continue this conversation, I would ask you to shut your mouth about me.
Well, that's going to be two hens just clucking at each other if they get on there and debate.
And that's really all I have to say to you, because I thought about, when I was listening, I was like, okay, that's wrong. And I thought about letting it go. And I'm like, no, you're not going to sit there and say that when I was yelling at somebody who wouldn't let me speak years ago, you're not going to say that it was.
Fam, nah, I'm telling you, I could play the intro of that conversation with us. It didn't go the way he's presenting it. He's a liar.
Brand new. And then
Check
I was just screaming at this guy the other day and lead people on, because there are dumb people like yourself that are just going to believe whatever they hear.
Right. Just like you saying you didn't dox me, but literally admit to saying my name. But you literally admitting to using the copyright system to take my information and then come on my live stream and publicly say my name, first and last too, by the way. Right. And also my address. But let's not mention the address part. But he just admitted to coming on my live stream and screaming my name out. my real name, my government, right? You doxed me. You just admitted to it. But then telling someone to come and debate you to prove that how you doxed me. Well, it wouldn't take much. They would just have to literally replay the clip of this very video where you admit to yelling my name out after you got the information from a false copyright. But you didn't say that YouTube decided that I won, and YouTube also decided that I won every single copyright strike that you ever tried to file against me because what I do is fair use. And you just use that information and sent it to your friends. You don't talk about that, right? Molly go lightly expose you. It's really disgusting. The only people that think that's okay is his fans.
So until you provide proof of his address being doxed, racial slurs being made, or anything like that, then you got nothing. And I also heard you say, like, you were like anti-Semitic Robbie. Shut the fuck up.
I don't know about that. As far as the racial things, I think he definitely did say things that would be considered prejudice for sure. I don't care about it because I'm never going to pull the race card of, I don't care. Right? I'm anti-woke. But I do think that he did that to get a reaction out of me because that's what he does.
I've heard that over and over and over again from the Lemonade days. With, I believe they're your buddies, right, Granny? RDA. We're up there and we were having a good time making lots of different jokes and you just couldn't take it. I believe it was along the lines of like the Anne Frank Cafe, what would be on the menu. So if you don't like jokes like that and you're going to call somebody like, oh, you're anti-Semitic and blah, 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 blah.
Oh, so now I do remember that. Yeah. He did say that. Okay, so your excuse, Robbie, is, no, I'm not, you are. So you did make those jokes. Okay. All right, so instead of standing on it, you're going to do some bull crap and try to mislead. Yeah, I do remember he did say those nasty jokes.
That Angela's Clips and Giggles.
I personally don't care.
Okay. So don't be a hypocrite. And provide proof before you speak about me again. Otherwise, I'm going to have to put you in your place again. So just stay over there. Keep following the people that get you those numbers. Keep panel hopping and doing all that shit. And I will be over here still speaking my mind and being myself and living my amazing fucking life.
Your life ain't that amazing if you on here crying, bro. Like, I got to call a spade a spade.
Questions? Good. Have a good day.
Okay. This guy's a loser. Let me just wrap his segment up like that. See if Robbie's a loser. I will continue roasting him because I think it's entertaining. And I think he's a trash bag. That's just my personal opinion. Tell me what you think down in the comment section. Yeah, this guy's a loser. Have a good day. Ow. How. That's how his damn trash ass song sounds. Ow. I'm so good. Let's show dumb ass up.